In 1957, Bangko Kabayan, then known as the Rural Bank of Ibaan, opened its doors to serve the banking needs of the community. The bank eventually expanded, not just geographically to serve the entire province of Batangas, but also in diversifying the range of its product and services. In 2000, the bank opened its doors to serve a new market, micro-entrepreneurs in Batangas. A year after, Bangko Kabayan joined the Micro-Enterprise Access to Banking Services or MABS program, one of the initial steps to firmly establish and expand their microfinance products and services.
For the rural banks that adopted the approach, this gave them a new lease in life in terms of sustainability and profitability, because when they started practicing the MABS approach, they discovered, to their pleasant surprise, that the market that they've been running after was all the while just outside their office building.
The RBAP-MABS program is a United States Agency for International Development supported program implemented by the Rural Bankers Association of the Philippines, or RBAP, with oversight provided by the Mindanao Development Authority under the Office of the President. Through training and technical support, RBAP-MABS helps participating rural banks build the capacity to profitably provide financial services to the microenterprise sector. Since 1997, the RBAP-MABS program has provided training and technical assistance to more than 100 rural banks with over 1,000 branches and other banking offices to develop microfinance products and services. These participating banks have disbursed more than 2.7 million microloans, totaling more than 35 billion pesos to more than 835,000 new micro-borrowers. These partner banks also manage more than 2 billion pesos in small savings deposits from approximately 1.4 million micro-deposit accounts. Through a mix of sound operational and organizational policies, commitment to service and investment in technology, it wasn't long before Bangko Kabayan became the hallmark of excellence in providing microfinance services. Since 2001, Bangko Kabayan has disbursed more than 118,000 microloans, totaling more than 2.2 billion pesos to more than 25,000 microloan borrowers through its microloan products. The individual loan product, kaakibat ng bangko sa pag-unlad ng kabuhayan or Kabayan Loan, and the group loan product, the kapisanan ng mga ilaw ng tahanan or Kapitan Loan. Bangko Kabayan is also one of the program's participating banks offering housing microfinance loan products. This is being offered to existing clients for home improvement and small repairs. Even the strongest of institutions, however, had to face the challenges posed by an increasing number of competitors. These challenges proved to be an opportunity for Bangko Kabayan. It made them regroup as an organization, retrace the heart of their operations, and go back to basics.
I think that last year really we did some soul searching to find out what it seemed like the operations had plateaued. So we looked at some policies and did some policy changes. Now we realized maybe we were very strict actually, because we are so focused also on maintaining the quality of the portfolio. So we relaxed a bit, for example, on the savings requirement. We came from a regime where there was absolutely no withdrawals allowed on savings, and we realized maybe that was a bit unrealistic. Now we maintain, we've allowed withdrawals on savings and have relied a little bit more probably on track record, on how long they've been with us as a basis for allowing increase in loans. So that allowed for some clients to remain with us.
Pinapagawa namin ulit yung market assessment survey. So, anong ginagawa sa market assessment survey? So, ang isang account officer, na-require namin na lahat sila i-conduct yung market assessment survey. On that activity, na-establish namin or nasasabi ng AO, ma'am, ito yung market assessment ng area ko.
To further improve client retention, the bank implemented more modifications.
We modified our microinsurance because it used to cover only the borrowers themselves, but we also know from the competitive environment outside that many are also offering insurance for the whole family. So we took a look at whether we could throw that in as well, cover the entire family, and the clients have been very happy. I think that for BK, really the heart and soul of the program are the account officers. So we'd like to think that we invest a lot of training in them over the long term, and we always see our microfinance program as a long-term product, or even the bank programs as a whole, always in view of having long-term relationship with our clients. Then we'd like to invest a lot in that, because the account officer really carries the whole program on his shoulders. I mean, we can be imaginative and creative with new products, and at the end of the day, it's the person who goes out on field, who sells these products, who convinces and who retains the clients that really spells the success of the program.
Mr. Prudencio Panopio, or Prudence, is one of Bangko Kabayan's outstanding microfinance loan officers. When he joined Bangko Kabayan, he had the daunting task of turning around the performance of his loan centers.
Naging challenge po yun sa akin na mag-open ng another group. Bali po, within 3 months po, naka-open ako ng 3 centers. Tapos, before ako mag 1 year, naka-6. So, nagdire-diretso na po yun. Sa experience po, napakadami. Na-experience ko po na sumakay sa kalabaw para makatawid sa baha. Na-experience ko din na tumulay doon sa mga kahoy, umapak sa bunot bago yung palang bunot is lumubog, nabasa na din. So, na-experience ko na pinahiram ako ng member ng damit ng kanilang asawa kasi nabasa na kami. At yun po ay mahalaga po yung experience sa akin kasi doon po totally na develop kung sa akin kung ano yung role ng pagiging isang AO. So kasi nga po sa akin ang isang AO hindi lang siya totally trabaho, that is a vocation kasi public service din totally yung inihahatid namin sa mga client.
We modified the incentives program for the account officers. For example, for group, we used to cap at 300. You know, if you got your full incentives when you had 300 clients, and we realized, well, if you can get more than 300 for every increment of 20, we had additional incentives. And that has actually allowed, say about, a good number of them to increase their client base.
Maganda din naman po, at least mas maintain namin na mas mapaganda yun kasi may incentives kami nare-receive.
It is this brand of service that Bangko Kabayan brings to clients like Laureano Martinez. His Kabayan loans have allowed him to purchase additional raw material and increase production of cropek and chicharon. He has expanded his business to deliver to customers as far away as Quezon City, some 150 kilometers away, and now employs 40 of his neighbors and relatives. And Jessica Comendor, a former store helper who now owns 2 grocery stores and manages a network of more than 200 direct-selling agents. Being the partners of micro-entrepreneurs like Jessica and Laureano, who are growing and expanding rapidly with the bank, is what makes Bangko Kabayan's president, attorney Francis Ganson, excited about the future.
We have achieved our target of 16 branches in the whole of Batangas. Shortly thereafter would be to go beyond Batangas already.
Bangko Kabayan marked several milestones in 2010. A decade of serving micro-entrepreneurs through their microfinance program and 53 years as an institution. The bank also opened its 16th branch in Dipa last year.
I would equate the bank with remaining personal in spite of growing. There are many opportunities and challenges. It's always challenging. It's never a boring life. For so long as we find meaning in what we do, then the future is always exciting.
As it prepares to expand outside its home province of Batangas and to face the next decade of service, Bangko Kabayan continues on its path of excellence and commitment to offer microfinance services.